Jersey.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh. Ooh.
I wish I knew Spanish.
Yeah, me neither. But it be vibing though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You be doing a little cha-cha.
They be overseas getting crazy. I'm like, oh.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Come on, baby.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Hey, hey. Looks good, kill. Damn, what's up, Jimmy?
Hey yo, ladies and gentlemen, yo, welcome to another episode of the Kingdom Talk.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, and I have a very special guest today, yo. Hey, listen, it's a blessing when you get to link up with somebody that's from your neighborhood, you feel me, from your area, from your town, and y'all get to collab and work together. Ladies and gentlemen, blogger,
Yes.
owner of his own TV show,
Yes.
as well as app, been in the game for about a decade now. Am I thinking that correctly, yo?
I'm reaching it.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome to the stage, Cutty!
Yeah. Jersey in the building.
Hey, man, it's a blessing, yo. It's a blessing to have you on the show. We appreciate you for blessing us, yo.
Sure.
And hopefully this is another episode where we drop some kingdom talk. You know what we like to talk about, self-growth and self-development in this day and age for us kings and queens. And, yo, we met literally like last week?
Yeah.
A week and a half ago? And, we were doing interviews. Shout out to Stay Humble, yo. Shout out to Zay, you know what I'm saying, for a beautiful opening of a 5th store.
Yeah.
You feel me?
In 5 years, too.
In 5 years. That's one a year, yo. Started from selling candy bars and water and moved up to having $1 million clothing company, as a matter of that fact, in 5 stores. And he's going. I just seen him drop some vending machines and car rentals. He's doing it all.
And it's cool because he's literally inspiring the youth while he's doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his message is to inspire people.
Yeah.
And then he's giving you dope clothing along with it. He's
Yeah.
like, look, don't do drugs and wear my clothing. And it all fits. It's like, yo, okay, let's do it.
And
I love it, though.
And he's only 24, yo. So listen, it don't matter what age you at. As long as you get up on your tail, you keep working, keep grinding, keep networking, praying, hanging out with the right people, man. You never know how far shit will take you.
Hell yeah.
That's a fact. All right, yo. First thing we like to do before we get into anything, you know what I'm saying, we like to talk about what we're grateful for. That's the first segment of the show. So I got to ask you, Cutty, man, what are you grateful for today, man? Give me one thing.
Shit, I had a list for you. If I could say one thing I'm grateful for is my daughter, man. She keeps me going, my wife, my health, you for having me on the platform,
Right.
and just time.
Yeah.
Basically just being able to be here, being able to spread gems, being able to give out love to people and to inspire people.
Word. That's really beautiful. And can I just say, you know what I'm saying, y'all give this man a round of applause. Because it's his first Father's Day that's going on.
Yeah, that's all coming up. That's right.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, hold on, yo, real quick, yo. Like, and I asked you this already, but I just want to know, yo, how does it feel like to be a father going through your first year, yo? Walk me through that. You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful, is your wife, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay,
my wife. I'm married.
Your beautiful wife, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful family, first child, yo. What is that feeling like for you?
First off, I'm a girl dad, so
Okay.
all the girls watching this, y'all know how it is with y'all fathers.
Okay.
She's taught me so much. One, she's taught me to keep going. My daughter, she could fall and then she'll get back up and act like she didn't even fall.
Yeah.
And it's like us as adults, we get so caught up in our thoughts and we overthink everything, and we can never just fall and just get back up.
Yeah.
We always got to fall and be like, well, why did we fall? Why did we trip? Well, was my shoe untied? Well, why was my shoe untied? And kids don't think about stuff like that. So she kind of brings me back to a younger mindset of like, it's okay to fail and get back up and keep trying.
Right.
And she's taught me patience. My daughter, I always look at her as, you don't know what I know. So you putting things in your mouth and you go grabbing for everything, and you don't know what I know. So that's something that we also need to incorporate as adults, as keep that curiosity. I feel like we lose it by, having to get a job, having to pay bills, everything else. We don't want to be curious anymore. We always want to be right on path with stuff. And it's like, the best things happen when you least expect it. So just having that curiosity is something that she taught me, and really forgiveness. Like, I'm mad forgiving now. I used to be like real cold with people. Like, if you did something, it's over. Even now, I still be watching people, but I'm more of like, like, you did that, that's cool. Like, I ain't even gonna stress it. I don't want to retaliate. I don't want to come back at you. Like, I got a daughter now, so life is just different.
Yeah. Wow. That's really beautiful to hear. That's kind of crazy. I don't have kids. I don't even have a girl, but I think there's so much that you've learned, like in that 1 year, and obviously being with your wife, you've learned a lot, but there's a lot of things to take from that. I didn't even know you can learn so much from having a child, or, you know what I'm saying, just having a beautiful girl like you had around you, learning from patience, learning to be curious. I do agree that the older we get, the more we obsess about the things we don't have materialistically.
Yeah.
We obsess about finances. We obsess about even getting into relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to be married at a certain age before they get old or whatever it is. But just to sit back and kind of enjoy life and, I guess, see the perspective from a child's eyes, things are still fun. It's okay to still have fun. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to still enjoy life and find yourself in that curiosity, because 100%. A lot of people lose themselves, trying to be whatever it is. So, if you don't take a step back, breathe, meditate, and continue to like learn about yourself, continue to have fun with yourself, not play with yourself. Don't be out thinking I'm talking about some other shit.
Yo, but on another tip though, meditation has changed my life.
For real?
Literally changed my life. I meditated before I came here. And I think that's what helped me with everything that perspired before this filming. Mm-hmm. Like, I was just chilling. Yeah. I was just like, you know what, whatever. Everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen, and everything that's going to go is going to go.
I know you was hot when you was like, bro, we came here, the doors is locked? What the fuck is going on?
Yo, I walked in there like, yo, you got to get out. I'm like, yo, I'm going to wreck Philly. Nah. You not going to wreck nothing. You getting anybody else would have been like, nah, fuck that. I was just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I just texted, yo, bro, they not trying to let me in. So... Yeah. You got a secret way up in this joint? Because they not trying to let us to the front desk. I don't know who you know, but I don't know that person, okay?
Hey, well, we here. We had a couple disruptions, man. I forgot my wallet. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, damn, how the hell we going to get in here? But, we made things work. And I need to do more meditating, because I'll be all over the place sometimes. My mom be like a fried wire sometimes. It just be very static. I'm always overthinking. I'm always jumping up and down, but I don't know. Even if it's little as just taking a step back and just taking some deep breaths and really trying to process things is like, I don't know if that's a form of meditation, but I think that's really important to do when you overthink a lot, or when you just thinking about all this and that. Maybe when you get in your feelings about stuff, it's always important just to take a step back and just breathe and just think about stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of meditation, I'm assuming?
It is. If you sit back and you it's called like a breathing exercise. Mm-hmm. It makes you more present. It makes you still. So while your mind is racing and you're still, your mind goes back to the stillness state. By you just you focusing on your breath. So you breathe through your nose and it's out through your mouth. That's something my girl be on me about. She be like, you always want to breathe through your nose and not through your mouth. And that's something that I've learned, that when you breathe through your mouth, it goes throughout your whole body. If you breathe through your nose, it just goes through your upper body. So just taking a second, just closing your eyes, in through your nose, out through your mouth, doing that for a minute, that'll change your whole life.
That's very relaxing. As you were saying, I was doing it. My heart feels very relaxed. I didn't realize how hard. It's crazy that a lot of us don't know how to breathe.
Yeah, trust me.
That's like insane. And like, that's something we do every day, but we don't know how to breathe correctly. Mm-hmm. And it's mind-boggling. I feel like, I used to play sports. I used to play football. You know what I'm saying? I used to play college, D1. Like, I still don't know how to breathe. I used to lift weights. I'll be in the gym. I still don't know how to breathe. Well, actually, I think I'll be trying to breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth. But I don't think I do it enough where it's like a habit. Now I just be, fuck it, I'm going to go. I'm going to just keep going. Yeah. But, wow. No, that's beautiful. Okay. Wait, I didn't even talk about what I'm grateful for today. Let's see. What am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for a lot of things today, but I think what's most important is just having you on the show. I'm going to say, it's a 2-in-1. It's having you on the show and having another day to get to do this show. Mm-hmm. I don't ever want to take life for granted. I'm grateful for the fact that I got to wake up and I had an opportunity to do things. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I think sometimes we aren't grateful for the things that we have in our life. You know, sometimes it's easy to look at what other people have or think about other things that we don't have. We might be so stuck in the future or even stuck in the past, we don't really give enough grace or gratefulness to the present. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm grateful to wake up today, because being able to wake up meant to me that I got to do this podcast with you.
100%.
And I got to learn more and I get to do more. So today I'm grateful for being in the present. Ooh, that's what it is.
That's right. There we go. Be
Present.
present.
You feel me, yo? You feel me? All right, yo, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
I like that.
You know, I only use that once in a while. I don't feel like pressing it. You feel me? So
That was I love that. We could do that a couple of more times throughout the podcast. I'd be chilling. I'd be chilling.
Hey, bet. I gotta switch up some of these sounds. I got a couple of sounds over here, but you know, as we go, you know, we gonna hear it more throughout the show.
Right.
Anywho, man, let's talk about you. Let's talk about your roots, man. Talk about where you began, how you got into the industry of like the media industry, I want to say, because that's really what you focus on, right? Like you said, you do your own TV shows, right? Blogging, you know what I'm saying? You have an app, which we will talk about. We'll definitely get into that
100%.
like halfway through the show. But I want them to know, you know what I'm saying, where you started, even how you got the name Cutty.
Yeah.
And, you know, where that journey has led to right now.
Okay. Well, a short summary up to Cutty is I was born in Lakewood. I was living with my mom for 6 years. And this is just to get real personal with your crowd. So my mom tried to kill herself in front of me at 6.
Damn.
So I had to basically, you know, DIFIS got involved, and it was either go to a foster home or live with my grandmother. And gracefully, my grandmother had took me in. That's how I moved to Willingboro and got in with all of these Willingboro people. And I was going to Willingboro High, just to fast forward now to the Cutty part, now that you know that. I was dating this girl, and this was around the time that the ATL movie came out. And she was like, yo, I'm going to call you Cutty, because we had just had sex or some shit. It was crazy. Like, yo, every time I tell this story, it's like, it gets better and better. But so she was going around the hallways like, yeah, this Cutty, this Cutty. And it just stuck with me. It just felt like that's really who I am, you know what I'm saying? I love women in a sense of like, I don't like to like treat them bad or nothing, but I love everything about women. So I stuck with the name, and then fast forward outside of high school, I was doing nut shit. I was getting in trouble. And my right-hand man at the time actually went to jail for murder. And it hit me real hard. And I was like, yo, we got to do something different in life. Like, it was just mad shit going on that was like, there's got to be an alternative. So my alternative was picking up a camera and talking to other people. That way it kept me out of the streets. It kept me from hanging around the people I was hanging around, because the people I was hanging around, they wanted to sit on the block and do that all day. And I was like, when I bring my camera around, they like, yo, don't bring no camera around here. You can't be filming all this stuff. So I'm like, shit, I can't hang out with y'all no more. Yeah. So I started hanging out with different people and doing different things. And my whole journey of this is to show people an alternative way of life and making it look cool too. Like, you know, it's cool to have a podcast. It's cool to have a TV show. It's cool to be on YouTube. It's cool to have a blog, or if you want to create an app. All of that is cool. The same way you think drug dealing, robbing people, doing all this extra stuff is cool. So I mainly started my TV show, Cutty TV, which you can watch on YouTube, to show people an alternative way of life. And for me to be able to sit down with people and get their story. Because a lot of people see people where they're at. Even you know, you see me 7 years in, but you didn't know about, you know, my mom and all that extra stuff. Now that you know it, it's like, dang, okay, all right. You chose an alternative option in life. You changed your environment. You changed the people that you're around. You changed your decision making to get to here today. Like, even a couple of years ago, I lost both of my parents a month apart. Damn, like, anybody would have, you know, I just seen your mom call you. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's like, every time I see that or I'm around a person and they got parents, I always tell them, yo, cherish your parents. You know what I'm saying? Because me and my dad didn't have a relationship, and we were about to meet each other. Now, of course, I've known him when I was a child, but I'm 2-3 years old. You know what I'm saying? And then, obviously, getting taken away at 6, we have no relationship. So for me to be about to meet him, I was going to fly out to Ohio. We were going to spend the weekend together and all of this. I think he died like a week before all of that like happened. You know what I'm saying? So there's still that. I have closure because we spoke, but I also don't have the same experience as everybody else growing up with a dad, being able to play football with him, play catch in the yard. And my mom was like my dad. You know what I'm saying? I loved my mom. Like her name was my first tattoo on my chest.
Damn.
So when she passed, it was like it changed my whole world. Like it changed everything for me. So it's like even for me to keep going today, it's like it's always that constant reminder of like this is why I started, my alternative option. And I feel like even with my parents dying, it was even more of like, okay, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit down? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna be moping all day? Are you gonna stop doing what you're doing? Are you gonna give everything up? Or are you gonna use this as fuel to keep going and to inspire other people? There's somebody who's going to be watching this that have both of their parents and be like, damn, let me walk downstairs and give them a hug. Yo, I love you because you're here today and you could be gone tomorrow, but you're here in front of me right now. And that's one of my biggest goals right now is to keep inspiring people that, the life that you have is a great life, no matter where you're at. If you're able to wake up, if you're able to breathe, if you're able to call your girlfriend or whatever makes you happy, enjoy that, embrace it, because you're still able to wake up and do whatever you love. And there's certain people out there that are missing them kind of moments or don't have the same life that you have, and they still continue to go every single day and put a smile on their face. So I just got real deep with y'all, but that's my whole purpose, is to be open, to be vulnerable, so people can understand, okay, he's not just some superhero guy that's been in the music industry, signed deals, been around famous people, but he has a backstory too.
Right. No, that's really beautiful. First of all, that's what I like talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything's about self-growth and self-development, but hearing your story, even just for the first time, is just very motivating and very powerful because, A, a lot of people don't like being vulnerable, but B, hearing about what you overcame, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of obstacles in your life, you know what I'm saying? Or there was a lot of things that could have gone the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? God forbid you be in jail, but you was around people who could have led you down a bad path. Not having parents, a lot of people don't realize your environment makes who you are, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, who are doing really well, a shout out to their parents or the people who guided them, who builded them, who molded them. So for you not to have that opportunity but still continue to work and build yourself into who you are, that says a lot about you.
100%.
Because a lot of people would have given up to the environment to the environment that they're currently in or currently around. You feel me? And that's not an easy thing to do. You feel me?
No.
So it's like that's kudos to you for that. But then it also goes to show, like, okay, like there's more to you than just the media side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows that you can connect with others because you've been through things. Not everyone has the same experiences per se, but people can understand or kind of relate through certain things or certain feelings or certain emotions. So for the fact that you was able to, come from that and still be who you are now just says a lot about you.
100%.
Because I do know a lot of people who, sometimes I get stuck in the past. Sometimes I find myself, even coming from a two-parent household, you know what I'm saying? Because, I grew up as an only child. My dad worked out of state. My mom worked like 3 jobs. Was pretty much in the house by myself, just me and my grandma, right? From there, from high school, I got shipped off to boarding school in West Virginia. That was a huge culture shock for me. After that, I stayed about 8 years in total with my parents. Spent college. I didn't know you, Lakewood, you talking about Lakewood, Ohio.
Lakewood, Jersey.
Oh, my bad. But I went to school at Ohio University, played ball there. After that, I came back, went to New York. After that, I moved right back to Ohio. So I have not spent as much time as I do now with my parents. I moved back to Jersey just to help my peoples out. And I cherish every single moment I have with them. I at least try to, because I just didn't realize how important, they are to me. I didn't realize how much they tried, because no parent is ever perfect. I think
100%.
people don't really understand. Like, as I'm getting older, I'm seeing my parents as people, not just parents. And it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe their life was, I never saw it because I was still growing up and I was still a kid or I was away. But their life wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? They had to go through things, and then maybe they still might be going through things. Like, nobody's perfect. They're not perfect.
100%.
So I can't be so hard on them. And don't be a grown person still blaming your parents about shit. Like, you can't be
don't do that.
like that's one thing that bothers me. Oh, cause you did this to me, bro. You was 20-something years old. You was 18 years old, bro. Stop, boy. Stop, child. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you are your own person at the end of the day. At your own point. When you a little kid, yeah, whatever. But as you get older, there's no point of looking in the past and blaming either people. Resenting people. Like, no, like you said, cherish your parents and cherish the people you have around you. Because no one is perfect. I truly believe that no one is perfect. And I can't speak for everybody because some people are in really messed up situations where, you know, it's abuse, everything. I don't know. Maybe it's just some white people. But when I grew up, I got my ass whooped. Like, I got, punished, hands, you know, African. I'm Nigerian, so, you know, I was on my knees with the hands up. Yeah. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of things that that you had to go through, but it was a sense of discipline. I don't really care about all this parental abuse or whatever, none of that. But I can't speak for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody really had probably, not everybody, but some people really, you know what I'm saying, might have gone through some really traumatic events and things like that. So I won't speak on everyone, and I'm not trying to say, like, oh, like, you should forgive and forget, because I can't speak for you. But, you know, you should definitely cherish the time that you have with them. I would say forgive. Always try to forgive, because it's easier to forgive and move on with your life than to hold resentment against anybody, because all that just boils up within you. And then you never know where that emotion could lead you, because you could be angry at somebody for something and then take that anger out on somebody else. So you don't even realize that you just transferring all that bad energy. You feel me? So I personally don't even like having anger anymore. I'd rather just think about it. Okay, shame on me. Or shame on that person, but move on and try to figure out my life. But anywho, I absolutely love what you said. Your story is very inspirational. And it goes to show, like, it don't matter what environment you is. Like you said, we both have two different backgrounds, but we can still relate on certain things.
100%.
Which is the beautiful thing about sitting down and having these conversations and learning new things about people.
Even like the forgiveness part. So for a long time, I didn't talk to my dad. Because I felt like, oh, you left me behind. You know, I could have been living a different life. And I think he was the first part of my forgiveness of, like, you have to forgive. And I feel like now, if I didn't have them conversations with him, them little one-offs to find out who he actually is, I wouldn't have what I have today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have closure, I should say. I'm happy to be able to speak to him. I'm happy to be able to find out the person that he is. I'm happy to see where certain things that I do come from, because he loved technology. He loved network marketing. He loved being his own boss. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was the same way, of course, but she wasn't so into a career. She was more into the streets. So it was like I was able to experience both of them and put them together and be like, okay, I like this, I don't like this. Like, even my mom had a drinking problem. So she died because she had a drinking problem. So that's why I don't drink today. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because it's too many, like, I've seen it, like, just too many times. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the sloppy drunk boy that's walking around the party and niggas got to carry me to the car and all this extra shit.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. All my life. Oh, pretty tsunamis on his TV. That's been 20 minutes?
It's been 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, man, if you watching, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in, yo. What's the app? I'm going to drop it right there.
Studioview.
Studioview?
Studioview on all Apple devices. You can book studio time anywhere in the country directly from your phone.
Studioview. I wish I had this little where I could make my voice sound Studioview. It ain't.
Yeah, I mean, but it's getting there. So that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, we real live deal doing this right now.
Yo, I'm a nut. Okay.
But yeah, so basically that's where my part one of forgiveness came from, by forgiving my father and being like, you know, whatever you did in the past is whatever you did. Whatever you and my mom went through is whatever y'all went through. I still want to have a relationship with you. I still want to learn about you. I still want to know my roots. Okay. So I definitely think forgiveness, if you and your parents is going through it, forgive your parents, yo. You don't know when their time is going to be up. It's not like we have this magical little sand duster that we're able to see, like, okay, they're going to be going within the next 3 days, so let me love them for these next 3 days. Like, you don't know. Make sure that you are forgiving. Make sure you love them. Make sure you tell them that you love them. Actually, after my parents passed away, I actually got into saying I love you to people more. So when I get on the phone with somebody, especially if I really love you, I'll be like, yo, love you. And I never used to do that. I used to be like, I used to feel uncomfortable at one point. Like, yo, why are you telling me you love me? Like, this is kind of weird. Like, especially another male, I'd be like, yo, come on, bro. Like, all right, I'm cool. Like, I never wanted to get into the moments. And then I lost my parents, and I was like, I want you to know this.
Yeah. Now keep going.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's like, I want you to know this, that I got love for you. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be scared to love the people around you. Don't be scared to love your close friends. Don't be scared to love your parents, especially doing it publicly. If you got to say I love you to them, say I love you to them, because it's going to mean way more in the future. Yeah, man. Love is deep. So never stop loving. Never stop forgiving, no matter what, no matter how many times your people's mess up. Of course, learn boundaries, because sometimes people know what they're doing. I'm also learning that in my life too, that you can't, it's the people that you're around. So you can't be like, oh, that's just Jimmy. Oh, he's just going to do whatever he wants. Oh, he does that. It's like, nah. Once, shame on me. Twice, shame on you. 3 times, hold the fuck up. What the hell's going on here? It's a pattern.
How important is it in regards to boundaries and relationships in general? Because I think we all have some friends who we love, but sometimes we got to ask, should I be hanging around you still this much? Because it don't look like we going down the same path. Growing up, especially in the media industry, where it seems like people can be cutthroat.
Yeah.
People can be cutthroat in real life, though. Some of your friends can stab you in the back. They could be cool with you one day, and then they talking about you to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? How important is it, are relationships to you, and having those boundaries? And I guess, is it your job, I don't think it should be, but is it your job to find out if you have snakes in your grass, or if you have people that are, I guess, not good for you,
So here's the thing about me. I love everybody, so I be like totally fucking missing shit. Okay, my wife is the best person inside of my life, because she catches everything. Like my wife and my daughter now, because like people that come around my daughter and she'll start crying, and they say babies can understand energy. So it's like, if my daughter crying, and obviously you doing something, or you somebody who I shouldn't be spending too much time around. And actually, I came back from California. I'm going to tell y'all a story. So I moved to California, came back because my grandmother got cancer. So she has stage 4 cancer right now. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, I got to be there for her. I have to be around. I have to make sure everything's going right. I get to be around my close friends, because all my close friends still live in New Jersey. I live in California. I'm not able to see them, blah, blah, blah. Coming back here was the biggest eye-opener ever.
How so?
One, things with my grandmother haven't changed. She wants what she wants. And that's something that we have to learn as people. You can't change a person. Not in a sense of like, oh, you can't never change a person from bad to good, but in a sense of a person likes what they like. So if I like smoking weed, I don't care how many statistical facts you have, I'm still going to smoke weed. I'm probably going to smoke weed while you're giving me the facts. I'm going to be like, damn, that's some bad shit. I probably should not be doing this.
Even right back again.
Yeah, like even my mom, I used to tell her consistently, yo, I want you to stop drinking. I remember one time she kicked me out of the crib, and I broke a window in her house because of how angry I was, because she would not stop drinking. So I always like rerun that story back in my mind, because that was the first image of me seeing that you can't change a person. So I came back thinking like, I'm going to be making this big change, and, everybody's going to be happier. Me and my friends are going to be hanging out every single day. My close friends, they not on the wavelength I'm on. So I'm like, yo, I want to go here. They don't want to go there. Yo, I want to do this. They don't want to do this. So now I'm like, okay, I literally just left where I was at thinking coming back here was going to be better for me, and I ended up putting myself back. I never want to say that I'm putting myself back, but I had to learn that lesson of you are exactly where you need to be. Don't think that you're going to come back and be Superman and change these people's lives. If they wanted their life to change, they would change it. They would see what you're doing and want to be a part of it. That's how you really know who's down for you. And that's what I'm learning. So I think I just started, when it comes to boundaries, I watch people. Like, are you jacking Cutty TV? Are you talking about my blog? Are you telling people about my app? Did you watch my last episode? Have you watched any fucking episode?
Actually supporting me. Now I'm like, hey, yo, I see you doing this, and don't ever look.
Yeah, like, yo, I watched that clip on Instagram. Like, Instagram, YouTube is the money maker. Why are you watching me on Instagram? So I think I just started applying, what kind of people do I want around me? Family, friends, anybody. And I'm even growing a little distant from my family, seeing the difference. My family is a family of workers. My grandmother worked 40 years at a hospital making bankroll. You can't tell her nothing about creating a business. She not even thinking about that shit. She like, creating a business, that's a risk. A stock market, that's a risk. I don't want to do that. And like my older brother, he's transitioning from a job to a business. So I was like, I made that impact on him. Me and him connect more now because he's getting more into the sense of what I'm talking about. But me and my grandmother kind of go at ends with each other because she wants me to get a job. But I'm telling her, like, I just reached 100,000 views on YouTube. She's like, well, how much did that shit pay you?
Yeah.
Did that shit pay an electric bill? Did that, did it cover a water bill? Like, what the fuck is this shit doing for you?
Yeah.
So it's like, the people that you want around you is the future that you're going to create. So I think that's the best thing that I'm learning, is that if I can't see you with where I'm going, I just got to distance myself.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing to do when it's family and people that you grew up with. I'm talking about, I got people that 10, 15 years, I got to distance myself away from you. We used to, literally, my grandmother used to pick them up and take them to school. But now it's like, I want to create a business. Y'all want to talk about FanDuel. We're having two different conversations. Two different. But
they trying to hit that. They trying to hit that $5 jackpot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And
they trying to hit that parlay.
I literally stopped. So I was on FanDuel for like a week and a half, and I had to stop that shit. Okay, I was losing bets. Listen, FanDuel, y'all are not getting no more money out of me. Okay, it is over with.
They ain't want my money because I got a new phone number. And I've been hitting up customer service for like about a year and a half. Ain't nobody getting back to me, bro. So I've been locked out my FanDuel account. Maybe it's a sign I actually need.
Yeah, you got a better chance on this podcast, okay? This podcast gonna make you more money than FanDuel ever will, all right? But I believe I'm learning to, if I want to get somewhere in life, I need to surround myself with them kind of people and be okay with the people that I grew up with.
Facts.
Be okay with how my family thinks.
Facts.
Be okay with where I'm from, them people that are there doing what they're still doing, being okay with that. Because I believe I had like survivor's remorse in California, because I'm like, damn, I'm over here, I'm in LA. I mean, I'm doing mansion parties, I'm with Bone Thugs and Harmony, like I'm doing all kinds of shit.
So you really out there doing it.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that later in the podcast, but I've still felt that like, oh, I should bring everybody with me. Like my family should be here to see this. My close friends that I've been friends with for 15 years should see this. And it's like, people are in your life for seasons. Some people are in your life for a very long season. Some people are in your life for a short season. But every man is a golden link to your success. So if they're not a golden link now, they might have been a golden link 10 years ago. They might have kept you out of the jail. They might have, some niggas like playing video games and you was hanging around them niggas. Yeah, you might not want to play video games now, but they wasn't in the streets robbing people.
Right.
So it's like, shit, I'd rather play a video game than be out in the streets.
Yeah.
So I'm learning that lesson right now of who do you want to be in life, and those are the people you need to surround yourself with, and you need to be okay with the people that you grew up with, your family members, the people that you love. If they don't see the vision, distance yourself, because if you don't, you're going to be exactly like them.
Yep. Or you're not gonna be able to understand your purpose. You're gonna be so caught up in what they think about you that you won't get a chance to actually find out for yourself, and that can be a dream killer. And then you sit years back later, be like, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. Da 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 da. Well, I think that people don't realize that you do not have to sit with regret, and you do not have to sit and wait. You in this day and age, in 2023, there is so much opportunity for you to go just try something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, I want to start this. I think we're definitely in the age, because you mentioned one thing about your grandmother not taking rest. I feel like a lot of people were very comfortable in the job, you know what I'm saying? Because that was a steady way of income. This is an age of, I would like to say, entrepreneurship, because
100%.
a lot of people are starting to do their own business. There's a lot of talks of, like you mentioned, financial literacy. There's a lot of talks of people getting LLCs, trying to fix their credit right. People want better for themselves.
100%.
And and people are starting to realize, I don't need to just have a job in order to better myself. There are other ways to do it as long as I apply myself. I think no matter what you do, you need to apply yourself and you need to put in the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anything, like if you plant a tree, you don't water that motherfucker, you don't take care of that motherfucker, that ain't gonna grow the way you want it to grow.
100%.
But if you take your time, and the reason why I'm bringing up a tree, because a tree takes time to actually grow into, do you really see the fruit of its labor? You know what I'm saying? So if you actually take the time, water your plant every day, or water your tree every day, make sure you put it in the right, sunlight. They had this in your Bible. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
So if you ain't really, putting in the work and allowing it to grow, you're not going to get to wherever the hell you think you're going to get to. That's whether it's in a job, whether it's in a business. I don't care what you're doing, school, sports, anything in this life. You got to apply yourself and work hard, right? But I kind of lost where the reason why I'm saying all this. But anywho, I just really think it's important to do those things, because if you're not applying yourself, you're not going to be where you at. And like I said, like, this is a new age for a lot of people. A lot of people are actually starting to read and understand, like, okay, I don't have to just do these things, where it's like, I don't have to just go and do a 9 to 5. I can actually start my own business and actually build it into something. But know that, it's going to take time. Like, I know a lot of people with a lot of ideas, but are you willing to invest the money? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to surround yourself? That's what you was telling. You was talking about surrounding yourself with the right people. I think that's super important. I think that's something I need to even consider, because I don't see how you can grow if you're not surrounding yourself with the right people. I don't see how you can grow. Like the one saying is, if I'm with a millionaire, I might not be a millionaire, but I'm probably going to make 100,000 being around that motherfucker, because I'm going to learn something from him. So it's like, you need to really understand your surroundings. Like you said, figure out who you want to be and be around those type of people. Make the sacrifice, make the investment. Sometimes people don't want to buy a book. A book is an investment in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't want to buy this. Listen, I'm not a fan of masterclasses sometimes, but I am a fan of being, like, having mentors, people who've already done that, who are walking the walk, talking the talk. If you're afraid to really pay somebody to invest in yourself, then you don't want to be great in that. I truly don't think so, because the more that you connect yourself, networking is super important. The more that you put yourself in them circles, right? The more that you pay for somebody's time who knows what they're talking about, allows you to be in a better position, and also puts you in a bigger and better circle. So now you can really collaborate and learn from others and work with others.
100%.
You feel me? So, I think everything that you saying, everything that we saying, all goes hand in hand, but it all starts with you. If you don't make that first step, if you don't apply yourself, if you don't take action, and I just learned this the other day, you're going to be learning all your life. So don't think that, I did this one thing and I'm done. You're never done. You're never done. You have to continue to apply yourself, continue to work, continue to surround yourself with the best people that you possibly can, and you never know where life might take you.
And it's funny you talk about the masterclass. I literally just bought a masterclass on Monday.
Oh, what's the masterclass?
He said, I don't do masterclasses. I was like, shit.
No, there's nothing wrong with masterclasses. I truly don't think there's anything wrong with masterclasses. There's just some there are for people and there are for not. I personally love, like, having mentors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am willing to pay for a mentor. I am willing to have somebody teach me certain things. Like I said, it helps with networking. It helps for understanding better. I've been in a couple master classes and it's like, it's kind of not for me. This is something that if I would have actually taken the time to learn, I could have, like, studied this on my own.
Yeah,
Because
fact.
some master classes are worth paying for, and others is just giving you the basics.
Yeah.
So I really think it just depends. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. It's not like I'm all master classes suck. No, I'm not saying that. I just think it really just depends. You know what I'm saying? And what you're doing. If you really trust that person, you've done your research on that person. Always research. Okay, no, I can't remember. Always research. I just think it's beneficial to research, and if you feel like it's in your heart to do it, do it. I'm not a person who likes to shun things. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just talking more so off experience.
100%.
You feel me?
I feel that. Yeah, because I've paid for like fucking shit, maybe 5 master classes in my life, yo.
God damn, 5?
Yeah, about 5. Okay, I've paid for a lot of I like knowledge that you get inside of a masterclass will change your life. If the masterclass don't change your life, do it for the network. Do it for the people that's inside that masterclass that's trying to learn something, and do it to get closer to the person running the masterclass itself.
See, and that's why I like masterclasses. Because when you're able to get closer to, see, that's one thing I do like about masterclasses, because one, the reason why you join that class, they're going to be ideal, like-minded people in that class. So you get to network with people, right? 2, you also get close to the mentor, the person that's teaching you. So, like I said, excuse me, this Red Bull is going crazy. I don't know if y'all should be drinking this. It ain't giving me wings.
That's why I'm sipping my shit. I don't even drink Red Bulls, but I'm like, shit.
I should have just brought some water. I should have just brought some water, yo. I'm tripping. This is not giving me wings, man. I gotta sue him and get my money, because I know one dude sued him. He got some bread off of that. Anywho, yeah, it gives you the chance to meet with ideal, like-minded people, which is dope, because then you can network, and it also gives you a chance to learn from people who are successful, who have already done that and who've been there. And there's a lot of value in that, because I think sometimes one of my biggest issues is I'm always looking for like-minded people and I can never find it. You know, sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm the only person doing this, or I can't find this. Well, how hard did I really look?
Yeah.
You know, if I really wanted it, why didn't I take the time to invest in myself and be in a class full of people who are trying to do the same thing as I am? Is that not what I'm looking for? So I think there's a lot of pros in master classes, but I also think a lot of people use that to their benefit. You know, a lot of people definitely like took advantage of that and was just making a bunch of money. And also, I learned this is a business tactic. They be like, yeah, my masterclass is worth. They put their own value on something.
Yeah,
that's a tactic. Let me tell y'all something, yo. And maybe my bad if people might already know this, but some masterclasses they be like, yeah, you know, this is normally valued at $10,000, but for you, it's gonna be a special limited price of $299. I'm like, bro, where did you get that? What? That's an actual tactic.
Yeah.
Put a value on something and then actually lower it when that's actually been the original price the whole time. It's very smart to do. It's very smart. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm like, yeah, bro. Unless like I really did my research and like, okay, you really doing your thing, cool. And I think masterclasses really grew out of proportion during the pandemic. And I obviously people were sitting at home, you know, obviously, you know, people were always looking for stuff to learn.
They was getting that money too. Hold up, that stimulus
money
was coming through 3 times.
You feel me, yo? You know what I'm saying?
People like, shit, I don't even know what to spend on anymore. I might as well just
do this
learn a skill.
masterclass.
Learn something. I want to do something.
But it's smart though. It's smart. The pandemic made a lot of people made money in the pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of people
made money,
did.
and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like you have to be more careful than ever, because what he talked about us going into some sort of recession after. I don't know if that's what to me, it's still America to me. Shit is still the same to me. You just got to hustle. That ain't nothing changed to me about, we're talking about prices of eggs a couple months ago. I ain't worried about that shit. Everything's still the same to me. You still going to have to pay. Still going to have to pay something.
Yeah.
So, but now you have to just be careful. And also with the evolution of technology and social media, you really have to be careful, because there's so much information out there. I really do enjoy reading a lot, because with the internet, there's just, you can get drowned by the amount of information that's out there, and you never know what's actually accurate compared to what actually makes sense. And so like, you know, I'm a big fan of YouTube University. I'm a big fan of doing research, but just be very careful. But that's one. But bringing it back to even having a mentor, that's one good thing, because the mentor or the person who you're looking up to or you're paying for his class or whatever, you let's for example, let's say they're a great person. You've researched them. They're great. Mm-hmm. They've done it. They've been there before, done that before. So at least when you're getting knowledge and information from that person, you know that, okay, this person is walking the walk and talking the talk. So the knowledge got to be valid. He or she has got to be doing this from somewhere. They're not just making up all this stuff out of thin air just to get my money. Because I once heard this, rich people got their own money already. They don't need a couple $100. Yeah. So like 9 times out of 10, they're actually trying to give you some knowledge if they're actually trying to talk some game. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, like I do believe masterclasses are great.
And then it's
you just got to do your research.
I've also learned this from a rich person, is that when you're broke, you give everybody your time. Mm-hmm. You don't think about how expensive time is. And rich people, that's how they got rich, is like, well, you want information out of me anyway. So why don't I charge you for my time? And then another thing is, people pay for what they don't know. So just having more knowledge than somebody else can make you rich.
Right.
So for y'all, if you know something about putting together a podcast, you know something about YouTube, and somebody else don't, you're able to set up a course, putting all of your knowledge inside of that course, and then charging somebody $49, because $49 is low. And most people will be like, well, I want to get into YouTube. I want to learn how to set up a podcast. And they will buy that course.
Boom. There you go. We just walked in and we just heard the one girl talking about, I want to set up a podcast. I just don't know. I'm going to get myself together. That's an easy way for you. Hey, this is how you do it. Here you go.
Hey, look, man, I got this course you can buy. This on $49. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to give you $2 off because I met you, all right? I'm going to give you this course. You're going to be a podcaster tour in the next year.
And normally, I normally got it for $99, but I'm having a special price right now. You got to get it right now. For $49.
Come on, you gotta get it. And I'm gonna give you $2 off because I met you in person.
47. You feel me?
So it's like, I think that's really the difference between broke and rich people, is that rich people won't just give you the game for free.
Yeah.
And as you're coming up, you're so willing to like, nah, let me just give out the game. All right, if I know something, let me tell somebody. But you can't talk to 1,000 people at one time.
No.
So the best way to monetize that is the serious people who really want to learn. You make them pay a price tag, and then you give them all of your time.
Right.
Because a lot of times, and this is true, you give people information and they don't even listen to the information that you gave them. Yeah. So I just spent an hour with you, gave you all of the game, charged you $0, and you still ain't listening.
You still ain't do nothing with that information.
You at least could have paid me $49.99.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, all right, well, at least I got $50 out of you. Shit. But I did it for free.
But on the flip side too, the more money you spend, like, a person's pocket is like very close to them. So the more money you spend, the more willing that you gonna learn that.
Oh, like, yeah.
I just spent $500 on this course. Ain't no way in hell I'm about to leave here empty-handed.
Yeah, and that's another logical. That's like another logical trick with like masterclasses, is that they know, all right, if I put a course out for $29.99, people are gonna show up on the first day. They ain't even gonna come back. But if I charge $1,000 for this course, they gonna be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They gonna be calling me if I'm not there on time.
They gonna get
like, yo, where you at, bro? Like, you a minute late? Like, damn, a minute late. So know that people paying for your time is valuable also.
Thanks.
And that's how you're able to monetize your knowledge and to still be able to help others who are serious. Because there's a lot of people that will take your free game, even watching this podcast. They'll watch the whole podcast, won't apply shit.
Nope.
But you could give them a course for $49.99 and they'll listen to every word that you say.
Yep.
So you just got to know that, it's not that it's evil. Of course, make sure you're doing your research, make sure you're going after a verified source, but definitely know that you're paying for knowledge that other people are not getting for free.
You might as well do it, man. You was too lazy to read a book. You was too lazy to get on YouTube University. You might as well get it all packaged up for a good price, learn and go from there. And then at least if you're doing a class, you get to talk with like-minded people. You get to connect. So now you don't feel all alone. So take advantage. Take advantage of the things that you're doing, of the opportunities that you have. Don't take them for granted. And don't just say, I don't like it because I don't like it. Do your research.
100%.
Do your research. All right, let's get into, hold on. I don't know if I can say that, but I did feel like Stevie Wonder. I wanted to.
I like that button. Okay, that's my favorite button of the whole podcast.
For real?
That button right
I ain't
there.
even, hold on. You don't like that? Yeah.
I do like that one too, though. But that one's like the groove. That one set the mood.
Yeah, it is.
That one
right?
get everything right. It's like shit. We on to the next subject. Let me play this joint for you.
Yo, let's talk about your app, yo. I want to get into this, yo. I want to get into this. This man has created his own app, and I want you to talk more on it because I don't want to make any misinformation. So tell us the name of the app, tell us what it's about, even tell us why you created it, and let's talk about that.
All right, so Studioview. You can book studio time anywhere in the country directly from your phone. Officially available now on all Apple devices. We are the first ever on the app market location-based app allowing anybody in the country to be able to find a studio within a 23-mile radius of their location. So that's step one. Let's talk about the story of Studioview. Studioview was a journey. This is for everybody who has an ambition to do anything inside of your life. If you're chasing your dreams, if you're really going after something and not giving up. So
This is it.
that's it right there. Yeah, that's it right
I
there.
gotta put it. I don't know if y'all can see this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm put
Studioview.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah, y'all gonna say y'all gonna hear about it.
I'm gonna still put it. I forget that you can just put it in the thing. Just keep.
It's all good. It's all good. So basically, Studioview, it basically started out as a dream. I had this dream of like, I love music. I love people being able to get inside of the studio. I love hearing new music. I love unreleased music, and I feel like artists need to be in the studio. That's their field. That's their like gym. If a basketball player, you played football.
Yeah.
So you going on the field and doing your reps, that's what the studio is to an artist. And booking studio time, if you don't know somebody, if you're not connected, it's really hard to book studio time. Like going on Google and calling all of these studios. I literally tested it one day. I was living in Vegas. I literally called almost every studio, and it was hard as hell to get some studio time. Like either one, the line don't work no more. It goes to a voicemail. They just don't pick up. It was mind blowing to me. And I was like, yo, if we had an app that would allow people to be able to see studios, see the equipment, be able to book studio time with them directly from the app, not have to call nobody, not have to email nobody, that would make things so much easier. So that was the thought process behind it. Now, with every dream comes a journey. So Studioview is like a $30,000 app.
Damn.
Yes. I do not have $30,000 at fucking all. Okay? Do not come looking at for me for any money right now.
Hey, how much does it normally take to build an app? You know the average cost?
Averages good app averages from $20,000 to $50,000.
Damn.
If you want like a little like just plug and play, you can do it from like $1,000 to $10,000. So I found this developer. I did a deal with him, you know what I'm saying? We're still even working out the deal, you know what I'm saying, to this day. And I had two people who really just believed in me, you know what I'm saying? And I've got to give them they're going to be well taken care of once we get profitable, trust me. But these two people, man, they just believed in me so much. And they was like, all right, you know what? We're going to put up the money for you to get your app built. And I was like, that was step one. Getting people to see the vision that you have. That's with anything. It sounds good now that it's out. It sounded crazy when it's on paper and you're like trying to draw an app out for people. I don't even draw. I don't even know how to draw. So you're looking at these little sketches that look like nothing and you're like, yeah, we're going to invest in this, huh? So this is going to make us some money.
That's a pencil business pitch, you know.
Yeah, of course.
How many people know how to do a business pitch? People don't realize what is this guy Wallow say? Isn't it proof of concept? It's something. But anyway, you got to have a plan. Like it's important to have a business plan. A lot of people don't realize the importance of business plan. But go ahead, my bad.
You need a business plan and a pitch deck.
That's what it is.
Yes,
a pitch deck.
You need those two things. So I learned all of it. Mind you, I'm learning all of this by myself. Like I'm going on Google. I had this one guy, I was trying to get him in, and he was like, he had asked me about a business plan. He said, so what's your business plan? But I had to lie to this man. Like, yeah, it's on my computer. I can send it right over to you. The minute I got off the phone with him, I Googled what a business plan was. I literally had no idea, like no clue throughout this whole process. Even if you look at the app, it's nothing but just constant going over, spending months. It took us 2 years to make this app.
Wow.
2 years. It took me a year to convince my two partners to be involved with me, which I'm super grateful for. Even to this day, it's like y'all are gonna get 20 times what y'all put in, guaranteed. Y'all don't even have to see it right now. I'm telling you, you're gonna get 20% back. I said 20%, 20 times back what you put in just for believing in me. And then the developer, him too. Everybody's gonna be well taken care of because everything starts with a dream. And if you have people that believe in your dream, then you are going to reach greatness. So we started out just convincing as many people as we could to put up money for it. We finally got it in the developments. It took a year to develop, and we're going back and forth. I'm literally like drawing things. He's like sketching them up. I'm like, okay, let's move this here. Let's put this here. And then I had the idea of location based. I was like, what's going to make us different? And what, to me, being able to open up the app and see a studio without even having to click anywhere, like on the front page, like, okay, so these are all of the studios around me. All right, let me check them all out. That was major for me, being different. Like, how can we become the #1 app in the App Store? We're not going to do it by just allowing people to book studio time directly from their phone. We have to do something that is astronomical and different. And the location-based thing to me was out of this world. I think not even some of the other apps, I don't even want to get them clout right now, aren't even on it.
You like the Airbnb of studios.
Exactly. But even with Airbnb, you got to type in a location.
Yeah.
You can't just go on Airbnb and see a bunch of Airbnbs around you.
Oh, so the minute you use the app, it kind of, based off of your 23 miles, like you said, it'll go ahead and populate what studios are available.
Yes.
Now, if I was a person who owned a studio, do I need to go and make my own account and show that I'm a studio person, or is it all the information is kind of automatically populated?
Yeah, so you basically you have to create your own account, and we created it this way so you have creative control. So you can't say nobody did anything for you. So you create your account, you put in your own details, you put in your own photos, you put in your own hours, whatever you want to charge people for. You put all your equipment in there, and then that's how you get listed on there, and it's free.
That's dope.
Yeah, we made it free for artists and made it free for studio owners.
That's
we
dope.
just want to give you guys the platform.
Yeah.
We want artists to be able to go into the studio. My main thing is artists travel. They're not always in their hometown.
Yeah.
Where do you go to the studio if you're in a place for the first time and you know nobody?
You know nobody. You can't always trust Google either.
You use Studioview. That's what you do. So that was like major for me. You know what I'm saying? Being able to allow artists out of town travel, and especially me. The last 3 years I was touring around the damn country, and there was a lot of places I was going to for the first time where I knew nobody. So I wish that I had an app that was like, all right, where can I find a studio at? So I can go just connect in with people. I can vibe out. You know what I'm saying? So making that location based was super major for me. So everybody, make sure you go download Studioview. It's on all Apple devices. We're looking to get more studios signed up on the app so we can have studios in all 50 states. And we have further plans, which I don't want to speak about yet. You know what I'm saying? But we going to manifest. We going to have a Studioview studio near you coming soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But the app is for music artists, you know what I'm saying, studio owners, giving y'all a platform to be on so people can discover y'all, engineers, you know what I'm saying, that don't have their own professional studio set up. You can set up a home studio on there. We got rehearsal spaces, podcast studios, top line studios. Anything that you could possibly think of recording-wise is on our app, Studioview. And now the only thing that we're waiting for is just for you to sign up. So if you haven't, download Studioview. We're on all Apple devices. We're looking for studios to sign up in all 50 states, and we're looking for music artists to use the app so we know what to improve, what to make better, what y'all want to see. We already have update 2.0 coming your way, and it's going to make the app 10 times better. But Studioview, man, was built for artists, and our goal is just to keep music artists in the studio.
Wow.
Yeah, that was powerful, right?
That's crazy. I honestly, I was just thinking of how like vital. I mean, I remember when I used to do music a couple years ago, and I used to just scour the web. I only knew like a couple of my homies in Jersey, but when I was back in Ohio, I had no idea who to go to.
Nothing.
So I think that's a very beneficial app for a lot of people out here trying to do music, do it professionally at least. Just finding a studio, finding a place, and investing in your craft. Like, I don't know. I like studios because obviously you can do everything at home, you can learn, blah, blah, blah. But I really do believe in the power of networking. I believe in the power of getting to know people. Even if you go into a session and it's not as great as you think, you never know who you're going to run into. You never know you never know the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Criteria?
No. You never know the, oh, wow, I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, you never know who you're going to run into, or you never know the type of relationship you might build with somebody there at a studio, you know, and there's a lot of magic that happens in the studio. Nowadays, obviously, you can make things in your own crib, but, you know, it's really important to get out there and collaborate with more people.
Yeah, it's nothing like going to the studio.
It's really you can't really replicate that, you know what I'm saying, inside your crib unless you have all the equipment, and who does? So the importance of going to studios and really linking up with people, you know, meeting engineers, you get to learn more, you get to do more, your music sound great, and like there's no other vibe than being in the studio if you haven't been, especially if you like making music, creating.
100%.
It's a great app, bro. I'm really loving it, especially at the fact that like, you know, I mean, it sounds like the Airbnb of studios, bro.
Yeah,
it's smooth, yo. Come on.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying, yo? Yes.
And we got so many more future plans that it's like, I don't want to break the manifestation, but we got a lot of big things coming for Studioview.
Right.
That's going to be, you know, it's going to have artists just on a whole different level.
Right.
That it's like, we're happy about it. But right now, we just got to get past the ground floor, which is getting studios signed up, getting artists on there. Yeah. And then once we have the foundation set, we're going to be able to be the Rec Philly of studios.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Rec Philly.
Hey, man. Shout out to Rec Philly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always doing a great job. Beautiful space. We can't wait for Rec Miami because it's going to be wonderful. Very splendid indeed. You know what I mean? Well, Cutty, we got to have you on again.
Yeah, I feel like we still got to keep going. This is like, damn, this is it?
Yeah.
This is so powerful. The people are like, no, you better not turn this goddamn podcast off. Hey, this is not stopping right here yet. What?
I'm telling you, yo, like, honestly, yo, I wish you would have started a bit more on time, but you know what I do like about these? When conversations get so great, I have a part 2. I get to bring people on.
Word, I like that. I'm definitely coming back.
Hey, that's a blessing, bro. I got to leave. We got to leave with one last thing. I always ask this question. It's one of my favorite questions in the world. What advice do you have for these kings and queens out here just trying to make it in life?
Oh, I'm about to give y'all a rundown, okay?
All right, drop it on them.
If you want to make it in life, here are a couple of things that you have to do. One, you have to learn how to be more present. Stop worrying about the future. Stop worrying about the past. Whatever's done is done. Whatever's coming is coming your way. The only way you can manifest anything that you're looking for is by being in your present moment. 2, meditate. Learn how to meditate. If you don't know, you can go on YouTube. It's nothing but closing your eyes and sitting with yourself and not talking to nobody. Meditate as much as you can. So much clarity comes your way when you meditate. Chase your dreams. Don't never stop chasing your dreams. I come from a family of workers. I am the first business owner inside of my family.
Okay. All right.
And boy, when I tell you it's a journey, it is a journey. You're always going to go through something. It's always going to be a problem that comes up. Even when you're rich and you're making it. I've sat around millionaires that's dealing with $10,000 losses, $100,000 losses. Things come up. You being present is how you get past them. So chase your dreams and never stop. Consistency beats all. And longevity is key. So while you're growing, understand every day is a new day and every action counts. So that good thing that you did Wednesday, don't think, oh, well, I did it on Wednesday, so it doesn't mean nothing. Karma's going to come back around for you. Stay down until you come up. Understand that. Stay down until you come up. So consistency, meditating, being present, and never giving up, man. I know that sounds so cliche, but my 7 years in this, I've gone through so much with death, with people doubting me, with people not understanding my vision, and I'm still here today.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of other platforms fall off. I've seen major platforms go down, and consistency beats all. So understand your game plan, lock into it, and never stop.
I love it, Joe. I love it, Joe. Make sure they know where to follow you, yo, man. You at the Studioview? Or is
yes.
it at Studioview?
So it's at Studioview App,
Mm-hmm.
and then our blog is We on Jersey Watch. Oh yeah, let me talk about Jersey Watch before I leave.
Go ahead, man.
So Jersey Watch is an independent blog created in South Jersey for independents and creatives. We cover local events, and we support creatives, period. So if you have anything going on, if you're independent, if you're a creative, and you're looking for a platform to come shine, and you need a voice, contact We on Jersey Watch on Instagram or anywhere else, man. You can find us. Go to Jersey Watch blog on YouTube. Check out our interviews. We have a lot of dope people on there that's doing a lot of amazing things in life, and we would love to have you on there. So Jersey Watch blog, I definitely got to shout them out. And then, of course, Cutty TV at We on Cutty TV. And if you want to follow me, The Official Cutty on Instagram, or you can go to my website, theofficialcutty.com.
Damn, we didn't even get to talk about. That's why we had to bring you back.
Come on, man, part 2.
We ain't talk about the blog of the TV show, so we gonna have a part 2, ladies and gentlemen.
I like
we gonna
that.
have a part 2. Well, if you here, you here. If you ain't, you'll be here one day. We ain't gonna trip on that. But we thank you for watching. Make sure y'all like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for listening, because this is out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and it's even on the website. If you just click the link, wherever you want to get it, it's going to be there. Why the hell am I making all these voices? I'm a weirdo.
And this is Kingdom Talk, right?
That's that Kingdom Talk, baby.
Look, man, I want to shout out Kingdom Talk, man. I rarely get vulnerable with people. I don't be telling people my personal life.
Yeah.
But you're doing an amazing job with this platform. You're helping people out. You're helping people express themselves. You're helping all of these younger people who are going to be watching this, going through the same thing that all of these guests on your show are going through. They're going to be able to learn. So understand that you're impacting the world and you're inspiring people. So never stop doing that. No matter how life hits you, always understand that you're doing something bigger than you can see. So you might not see it now, but again, you're doing something bigger than you can see. So never stop doing that.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. You know you're not give me flowers, bro. You about to make me cry.
I got to, man. I got to.
I'm about to cry. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But no, man. Shout out to this dude, Cutty, man. If you ain't watching them, you will, because you got everything for you to see. And if you need a studio, hit up the Studioview app to find something, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another day. It's been another dollar. And I hope we did make y'all holler. But apart from that, man, we out of here.
Jersey,
that's that Kingdom Talk. You feel me, yo? Yeah. 3, 2, 1,
let's go.
Hustling, man, I swear I'ma make it. Niggas tripping, man, I'm going through changes. Hold up, nigga, had to go through some phases. Got my freedom, but I feel like it's slaving. Niggas shackled, had to get out the braces. Fuck way, and ain't got time for no patience. If I don't do it, then somebody gon' take it. If I don't do it, ain't nobody gon' save it. Had to get out the mud, it's a struggle, though. Niggas tell me I'm tripping, I cut it close. Tryna get all this money and living, bro. Niggas tired of skimping and living, bro. If I see a chance, I'ma take it. I ain't worried about niggas you faking. You ain't worried about grind you playing. I'm just worried about mine I'm facing. My ex don't love me no more. I showed her some love and she showed me the dough. Now I'll be stunting and fucking these hoes. Fuck all these feelings, little mama, I'm gone. If I get this money, no hit on my phone. Had to make changes cause y'all do me wrong. Had to fly solo, I'm all on my own. Ballin' like Kobe, I'm all in the zone. Niggas hustling, man, I swear I'ma make it. Niggas tripping, man, I'm going through changes. Hold up, nigga, had to go through some phases. Got my freedom, but I feel like it's slaving. Niggas shackled, had to get out the braces. Fuck way, and ain't got time for no patience. If I don't do it, then somebody gon' take it. If I don't do it, ain't nobody gon' save me. Look at the Ruger and I got the